Hi, I'm Zac Farnell. Thank you for joining me for another edition of your Timberland weather update. Although I did sadly forget the Hawaiian shirt today, do not let that fool you. It is absolutely beautiful outside. Springtime is in the air. Nearly 60 degrees over today, a little bit cooler tomorrow, but again, the weekend looks to warm up once more before we get into a cooler weather pattern looking forward. For now, let's enjoy the heat while we have it. Much of the Midwest yesterday, these are Wednesday temperatures reaching into the 70s, maybe even towards the 80s as you get down towards Missouri and Arkansas. All the way, I don't know if you can see this, down here in Texas, almost 100 degrees there. So obviously some extreme heat in towards these areas. Yesterday for us, not quite 100 degrees, in fact closer to just about half that, around 50 and overnight. This morning if you were walking in, probably a little bit chilly, not expecting it to warm up to as high as it did today, just about the mid-30s, but again today, look at that, in towards, it says Boston is 50, that's coming on with a nice offshore flow of wind that they've been dealing with, cooling down the temperatures significantly. So for us, we're dealing with the mid 50s, upper 50s, even some 60s, almost 70 in towards Connecticut and in towards the middle section of New York. They are dealing with those 70-degree temperatures. So this is not something to mess around with at all. For much of the country, at least the East Coast, it's been pretty clear for our area. In towards the central part of the country, there is this, low pressure system spinning up in the north. That will impact us over the next couple of days. The main story we can see on satellite in towards the middle section of Oklahoma and that area, you can clearly see a bit of like a blow up. It doesn't look like anything too bad, but that will continue to be a severe weather outbreak that we've seen over the last couple of days, producing tornadoes, hail up to softball size. So that's a major story as we look on the 5-day forecast for fronts down here. Look at this, severe weather expected across this area. For us, this is tomorrow still. We're looking at some rain and some general, maybe snow showers up towards the north, but the low pressure system brings in a little bit of cooler air on Friday as this cold front dives south of us, and eventually it does clear out for our Saturday outlook. So if you're looking for a nice semi-formal dance on Saturday for any juniors who are going, it looks absolutely beautiful. We'll look on the 5-day forecast in a minute at the temperatures, but for now, look at this nice low pressure system swing right back into our area as we get towards St. Patrick's Day on Sunday. This rain will be persisting for much of the day, so expect it to be pretty cloudy as we get towards Saturday night and a washout all of Sunday. On the 5-day forecast, expect to see some of those warmer temperatures over the next few days. On Friday, it does again cool down, but Saturday for the semi-formal, 55, partly cloudy. The sun will be out for most of the day, before we get some clouds rolling in overnight. On Sunday, it cools off a little bit before really cooling off Monday and Tuesday with a couple rain showers Sunday to Monday. On the extended forecast, it looks a little bit chilly on Wednesday and Thursday, but a calm weather pattern brings us some pretty stable temperatures, even if it is the mid to low 40s, before we again see some mixing of rain and maybe a couple snowflakes next Saturday and Sunday. Thank you very much for joining me as we get towards our official springtime weather. Some severe weather outbreaks are occurring across the central part of the country, so if you have anybody living in that area, tell them to be on the lookout for any severe weather warnings or tornado warnings as we get through the months of March, April, and May, when tornadoes are most common across the Great Plains. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Zac Farnell, signing off.